Welcome. This is Crimey Queen. If you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. All right, so we are ready to continue our presentations on number 10. Of course, we had this long series of presentations on number 9, and it was towards the end of those presentations that I got to understand the full significance of this long series of presentations, of course, because 9 is of birthing, and I hadn't realized that I was actually in that stream of new birth, rebirth, and literally rebirth. And it's just a beautiful experience. So I am thinking, of course, with the eclipse that everyone was talking about on the 21st of August 2017 has really brought on a list of newness to all of us. Whether we are experiencing it directly or not, I'm sure or feeling certain that we all are affected in one way or another through that eclipse. However, I would like to take the opportunity to say that every day and in every way it's like hinging on to that affirmation, but in every way we are always being affected, but we are not realizing it. When we are not conscious enough, we do not realize it, because every day is giving us promises or a premise rather of newness. And that's why it is very vital that we come to that awakening to understand that it is a wonderful gift that we are given to express and to explore that newness where we can be birthing, be in that stream of new birth. Okay, of course, it's far different than when someone has one child to another having triplets. That's a different thing. So I think I was on that stream of having triplets, of course. With the free vibration, why not? Okay, so as I say, if you're new to this, this is the sacrifice that we hinge our learning onto. Now, I am hoping that we are going to derive at a place where we won't be feeling that that degree or that nature of sacrifice that many of us had learned and had not served us. I'm hoping that we can get to understanding something that really helps us to propel us to understand that in sacrifice is really like learning degrees of delayed gratification. And in those degrees of delayed gratification, likewise is our gain equally or unmatched or on par, or what may even seem like surpasses our expectations. Of course, it's expectations, and so it may seem very far off or far-fetched because they are things that we have not seen in tangible form. So, of course, when we are doing a deed of sacrifice, we are at that very moment experiencing what we feel as sense of loss or delayed gratification, as I say. So, and hence, of course, with that experience, it requires us to apply faith and belief and expectation for that which we want to see happen or want to receive or want to manifest in our lives. So in that vein is it may seem that we are sacrificing much more because we are experiencing it at that time. But when we learn as well the beauty of visualization, we can take that which we are expecting, bring it into the present, of course, because we are also always working with present anyway. And I would like to say presence, because presence is everywhere. So we are always taking in that whole aspect of our being. So let's not go too far into this for now. But of course, if you are new, this is, as I said, this is sacrifice. And when we do the word sacrifice, it equals 10. So 10 is so it's 46. 4 plus 6 is 10. This is how we get 10. So we are working with 10, and it felt a need to really address this, although there is so much to 10, and I would like to keep this short. In fact, I'm going to now really have a, I think I'll try, well, should I just say I think I'll try? No, I am going to have my um, presentations no more than 17 minutes, let's say. Unless spirit really says no, 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 but let's go for 17 minutes maximum. In fact, the figure that first came to mind was 15, and then I thought, oh, 17, okay, because there's something, okay, with God equals 7, and let's just put God's stamp on it as 17. So let's just look at that. So in essence, now it's on 6 minutes. So maybe I should just explore a little bit more about 10. We have worked on number 10, where Christ in his teaching, or with the disciples, or what we learn from the scriptures in the New Testament, is that where Christ said to Peter, upon you I will build my rock. Now the you equals 7. So there is the thing as well, we tend to mix up a little. Could it also be that Christ was saying it's upon 7 because you equals 7? Let's just do this. It's like saying, Peter, upon you I will build my rock. But of course, there are two aspects to this, because you could be referring to the person, but in numerology, it could also mean that it's that it is on. Let's see, this is 1016. Literally, it could mean on the essence of you. Now, something has just come to mind. I have done a numerical value or presentation on Peter, and we could see why we said, upon this rock I will build my church. So I think I'll have to examine this text in its implicit form to understand the full dynamics of the numerology and how it plays out in that text. So when we said, if we were to look at the word you, which would mean 7, 7 now would also mean, oh, this is really delicious, because something has just come to mind and it's opened up really nicely. Because 7, when we do the numerical value for 7, SAVEN, 7 is 20. So there we are. When we do 1, 5, 4, 5, 5. So when we add these together, that's 10, 14, 19, 20. So when he says upon you, or upon this rock, or I will build my church, or whether it was you, it still comes to the same thing, because rock, hair, ROCK, when we do the numerical value for rock, that equals, this is 9, so that's 15, 9 plus 6, 15 plus 3, 18, and 2, 20. So that's what I love about numerology. It just gives us a nice explanation of how the summary, if you like, or the total summary of whatever is the IS, which is 10 in its implicit state, whatever is going on, it really presents us the mathematical equation, if you like. We just need to learn how to add in this case, which is what we've been doing, although there is the different formulas. Okay, but there we see for rock, that equals 20. Now, if it said, which Peter, upon you or upon this rock I will build my church. There have been, whether it was you, the rock, or whether it was Peter. Of course, we have seen why it's Peter. Peter equals 10, but we are looking at this you here. Peter equals 10. Now, Peter and the rock together would be 30. 30 is 3. There we see that 3 vibration activated. That is what it's as if it's the coming together. And we see if Peter is 10, it's like half of this 20, it's that spinning, or is that coming together. It's like the whole and part of the whole coming together. It's so there it would coincide with, like, Adam equals 10 and Eve equals 5. So you'd have 1 and 5, which would be 6. And they would see, or we would say, of course, and that 2 comes together, which would fall in this. I was looking for another board. And of course, so this hair would be that 6 Adam and Eve falls here in that 6 equation. So that is Eve. And of course, we have been looking at Adam, like we could say, like Peter, because they both equal 10. And when we add 1 to 4 here, that equals 10. So we add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that would equal 10. So that would give us the numerical value of, as it gives us 10, we could say that that's Peter, of course. That's where the church is built, on that developmental stage. And on that developmental stage, with Peter, and the bell is ringing, which means, like my grandmother would say, it's the truth. It's being spoken right now. So with Peter and the rock, meaning rock is 2, Peter is 1, we have that free vibration right here again. This is the template we are working with. And it falls under the 9, the R for the 9, which is the inland revenue here, like this R. So we know with that developmental stage that Peter was building here, the north, south, east, and west, which represents Christ. Of course, you have to go through that journey to pay your inland revenue, your dues to the inland revenue. So I'm hoping that you have got this. So just to summarize, so the U is the 7. When we do the numerical value for 7, it equals 2. Of course, 2 is the same as rock. Of course, Peter is the rock. And Peter, it's like rock would be something like his surname, Peter the rock. Of course, here we learn that the names are really giving us impressions of their structure, or the impressions of the character. And that's what was happening. It's like the name is the essence of whatever it is, the essence of free. So Peter was really, like we say, is 10, but Peter is really being a rock. He is free. And that, of course, free is freedom. And he is or was that person designated to teach that freedom, to teach that learning of whatever it is that we are meant to learn, to experience that degree of freedom with that free vibration. Of course, there's the kingdom. Again, kingdom is also 10, so Peter would be a representation of that kingdom. Okay, kingdom, heaven, of course, depending how it was chosen to be used, could also be hell. And so much was going on. And I think Peter did experience both heaven and hell anyway. So because of my new regime now, that I am trying to keep in a time scale of these presentations, I'm going to continue this on another presentation with number 10. In fact, I am just so impressed with people who can really have a nice, really deep, insightful presentation in 10 minutes. And I do admire that, so I thought I will try this. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found this fun and insightful to some extent. So if you like this presentation, click the like button and share. Because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-full love. Stay blessed, stay bright, be a field because we are planting new seeds. And stay ignited. Namaste. Spill over with love. So there we are on 1527. I am feeling good.